Yeah, we can do, perfect, yep, awesome. That looks good. Okay, so our first exercise of our first assessment, so our first progression is holding onto a chair. So this is a unilateral squat, and we are going to be using the chair on the same side of the leg we're standing on. So Sydney's going to be standing on her right leg, Kwame's going to be standing on his left leg. Excellent. Now, our unilateral squat, if we have a virtual session, we're going to require that the person has a chair with them so that they can hold on or balance as a first level progression. Now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to ask the client to do a squat as low as they can. Not cueing them where to put their legs, not cueing them where to put their body, just having them bend their knees and get as low to the ground as they can. Good, go ahead. Excellent. Awesome. And then come on up. So we're going to do a few of those. Now what we're looking for is we're going to do a head to toe evaluation. On squats, we're going to do, we're going to look at the head position, which is going to tell us flexion of the neck. So there will be, if their head falls forward, Sydney, can you drop your head forward? That's going to be bad. And then head neutral, that's going to be good. So impairment will be 1, which will be the head forward. 2 will be neutral, which will be a good thing. We want 2s. 2s are good numbers. So we're going through the checklist. Now we're going to look at shoulders. So our shoulders, we're going to look at shrugged shoulders. So if you guys want to shrug your shoulders up, good. Or depressed shoulders, or neutral. So then we know the upper traps aren't engaging. So that'll be a 1 for shrug, a 2 for neutral. Now from the side, or from the back, we're going to look at the shoulder blades. So Kwame, can you switch directions for me? Sure. Just face the other way. No, you're good, just face the other way, just so I can see your back. Awesome. If you want to switch legs.
No, I was just about to ask.
All right, so now we're looking at shoulder blade retraction or protraction. Protraction is going to be the impairment. Retraction is going to be neutral. So we're looking at that. So impairment would be 1 or protraction, or 2 or retraction for neutral. Now from the side, we're going to look at lower back on the next test. We're looking at the neutral position of the lordosis in the spine. Do we have a neutral curve in the back, or do we have a rounded back or a forward flex spine? So forward flex spine is impairment, neutral spine is neutral. Again, 2 is good, neutral, 1 is impairment, 1 is bad. All right, so check it out a little bit. Now I'm going to look at, if you want to switch legs if you want. Then I'm going to look at the knees. So Kwame, that's a good position for you. Let's stand on your, So what I'm looking at for the, I take that back, we're going to do pelvis. You're fine in this position. So pelvis is what I'm looking for. Pelvis is the opposite pelvis up or neutral? If it's up, if it's down, hang on, drop. Yeah, if it's down, that is impairment. If it's neutral, that is good. Okay? So we're looking, if it's dropping down, that means this glute medius on the left side is weak. So we're doing a glute medius left side assessment here. So if that hip drops, that is impairment. If the hip's neutral, that is good, neutral, or 2. Now we're going down to the knees. Now, knee, we're looking for valgus or an inward medial shift with the knee towards the midline. That's going to show me that the glute medius is weak, and it's going to reinforce the fact that the knee is not tracking properly. And then we're just going to go down to the foot at that point, and then we're going to look at the arch. As they load up, does the arch collapse? Does the arch maintain neutral or a nice arch? Now, some arches on people are completely flat, but that's usually rare. Most people, a good arch is a properly functioning foot. So we're looking for that arch. So take a break. So again, just to summarize, what we're looking for in a one-legged squat is head position, flexed or neutral, shoulder position, shrugged or neutral, shoulder blade position, retracted or protracted, hip angle, low back, we're going a bit low back, we have flexed or neutral, and then we're looking at pelvic angle, we're looking at dropped, which is weak glute, or neutral, which is strong glute. Then we're looking at valgus on the knee, valgus or neutral, so 1 or 2. And then foot, same thing, 1 or 2. So each one of these will have a ranking system. You go through it for each exercise for the right leg and the left leg. So you're going to be noting that down. We'll have a little chart that you can fill that out. Now, we're also going to do the number of reps on each leg till failure. So failure in this case is going to be loss of form. So not muscle fatigue, but Can they maintain good form all the way down, or do they collapse or they drop? So if they can only do 2 with good form, and then they drop it, that's their number, okay? So we're gonna chart those down. How many reps till failure on the right? How many reps till failure on the left? Now I know this is a lot, but it's gonna be systematic. You're gonna start developing the way you're training your eyes to look at certain things. So you're gonna notice the head boom, shoulder blades boom, lower back, hips, knees, ankle. While you're doing that, you're counting how many they're doing. So you gotta do 2 things at once, but it's gonna get more easy. You're gonna see everything. You're gonna be able to start counting. We may start with just videoing the session so you can kind of remember how many they did or count later, but we'll work on that. So that is our first progression, having the chair. Second progression, actually I'm gonna pause.